We have social media questions. Vero Racer on Twitter. Would you consider doing a sequel to 500 Days of Summer?
You know, Zoe and I have talked about that. I actually think that'd be really cool, but to do it, you know, from the opposite point of view.
Tired Mom on Twitter asks, what is one TV or movie reboot, remake you hope they never do? What is one you wish that they had never done?
I don't want to say negative about anything that anybody's done. But a reboot I hope they never do. Oh man, that's a good question. Don't do Casablanca. Let's not make a Casablanca movie. How about it?
Paella on Twitter. Are you going to be in another Batman movie?
No. There's a pretty simple answer to that one. No. I was delighted to be in Christopher Nolan's Batman movie. And I loved it. So I can check that off.
Erica Leiblock on Facebook. What was your favorite experience working with Heath Ledger?
Heath, you know, it's actually, we just celebrated the 20th anniversary of that movie. The movie I was in, Heath, was called 10 Things I Hate About You. Heath had really good taste in music. So he was the first time I ever heard one of my now favorite bands, and has been my favorite band, one of my favorite bands for many years, Radiohead. First time I ever heard Radiohead was driving in the back of Heath's car. OK Computer. He had a CD of it.
Hell of an actor.
Brilliant. Yeah, brilliant actor.
Lee Ryan on Twitter. If you had to pick one social justice issue to support, which one would it be?
One of the things I'm focused on in terms of social justice is how we all communicate. I think that, and I'm not alone in this, I think the whole world is starting to sort of sit up and take notice that the way that we communicate about various issues is really not helping. People aren't collaborating. People aren't finding solutions. People aren't moving the ball forward. And I would argue this is a problem on both ends of the political spectrum. And I say that as a staunch lefty. But I think when you have these platforms that ultimately are incentivizing everybody to just get as much attention as they can, we all get trained by wanting more followers, wanting more likes, and then when you try to talk about serious things, social justice things, and you start doing it in that kind of sensational way, again, whether you're on the right or the left, I don't know that that leads to the most productive conversations. And so that's one of the things that
well said.
I focus on.
Positive Packs on Twitter. If you went to a karaoke bar tonight, what song would you sing?
If I went to a karaoke bar, well, let's bring it back to Logic. Every Day by Logic.
H. Schmitz on Twitter. What advice would you give to writers, performers looking to succeed in the business today?
The first thing I would ask is, what is really your goal? If your goal is fame, fortune, I don't have a ton of advice. I think, honestly, a lot of that stuff has to do with luck. If your goal is to have a meaningful, creative, fulfilling experience and find that self-actualization that you can get, if this person who wrote in is a screenwriter, I know what it's like I wrote a script. It's very, very fulfilling. If you're only focused on, can I sell this? Can I break into Hollywood? It's going to be really hard to find where I think the kernel of fulfillment is in the creative process. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't pursue that, but make sure that you understand the difference between the creative process, writing your story, telling your truth, expressing yourself. That is different than succeeding in Hollywood. And again, I'm not saying that succeeding in Hollywood isn't a goal worth going after if that's what you want to do, but just understand the difference, because this one over here, that's indispensable.
Never miss a beat. Subscribe to Larry King now and watch new episodes every day.